Hey guys, how you going? It's Chris Weston here, and we're going to be talking about the brakes on the Rush truck. We'll start off with the calipers. We're going to do front and rear. So with the front calipers on this truck, we've got a 6-piston Pro-Am. Now these uprights that we send out in the flat pack have got 3 different bolt patterns that you can use. So there's a 4-piston caliper, a medium-sized 6-piston caliper, which actually is the same bolt pattern, so either or can fit, or you go to the large 6-piston caliper like your Pro-Am or Wilwood. Now the reason we've got different ones is some people have existing calipers off their old car, or they sell their car like in bits and pieces and keep the calipers, or they have spare ones. So it's good to have a few different options. Again, brand, second-hand, brand new, personal preference. We can sort of accommodate for what you want to put on your truck. The big 6-piston Pro-Am is a good one. It's got a good size pad, got good surface area on your vented rotors. Front and rear is the same. We run -3 braided brake lines throughout the whole car, through the front and the rear, with little stainless steel fittings. We've got little elbows, 90s, that come straight off the caliper, and that gives you enough clearance on your arms when you're on full lock and she's full droop. You've got enough clearance there. On the hubs, we run an 1-inch lug nut. It's got the right taper we send out, and that fits your ultras or your methods. 5/8 studs, the right length studs. It's pretty much the Rush package hubs that we've got. Just so everything fits with the offset of your rims, 17 inches or 15-inch rims, 7, 8 or 9-inch rims width, and also like your kingpin inclination, your angle there. It's just so everything works and everything fits in with your caps. Nice size spindle. She's chrome moly. You get 2 welds on it. That's your little locator there, so it sort of goes into your upright on your flat pack, and you get it square, weld it from the inside, and then nice big weld around the outside. Your seal and your 2 parallel bearings, but that's solid inside there too at the start. Nice and hefty. So run up to your master cylinders and your brake pedal. Now in this car we've got when you're looking at what pedals to use, or if you have got them and you think, are they going to work on this truck? Have I got the room? Are they on the floor? Are they hanging? This is a hanging brake pedal. You measure it from the center to your pad, so your center of your pivot to your pad. This is a 12-inch long pedal. Now that gives you a nice leverage to get a good feel. Obviously the shorter the pedal, the harder you got to push, the longer the pedal, a bit more mechanical advantage, so it's less to push. And with the room that you've got heaps of room in this truck. That's about the distance that we had with our seat on a slide. If you're real tall, there's one guy that's pretty tall, I think he's 6'8" or 9", and that pedal's just come forward a little bit. And he fits in there really comfortable inside the cab with his knees off the dash and heaps of room. And then if you're on the other side, you're like your 5-footer, you can slide your seat forward and take your pedals back. You got heaps of room. Now we've got dual master cylinders. This is a CNC reverse swing hanging pedal assembly. So with your master cylinders, the bore in the master cylinder, that gives you another feel as much as what your length of your pedal is. So the bore we use a 7/8 bore, and that sort of matches your 6-piston caliper and gives you a really good feel on that pedal for adjustment. The bigger the bore, the harder it is to push the pedal. You've got to put more weight on it. And this is the coolest thing with the trucks. You know, it's up to you what you want and what you felt or what you've heard. You can determine what you want with the sizes. So if you go down to 3/4, it's a bit spongier, a bit further to push, but softer on the pedal too. So yeah, 7/8 in this truck is what matches these 6-piston calipers. We have a tall reservoir. That's what they say, tall res there, with an easy fill lid and non-spill. So they've got those little rubber things in with that little hole, so it acts as a bit of a breather there. And you got Wilwoods or Tilton or the CNC. There's all different brands you can use. Then we use a bias bar, a little cable here, bias cable, and that goes between your 2 master cylinders gives more weight on the front or more weight on the rear. With this truck, it's set up nearly all rear because it's great just a little bit of, depends how fast you go, but as you break it in, you can just skin it in. Just throw it in real early and get that back out and get back on the gas because of the way it's set up. Some people like front brakes, they like coming in a bit straighter. And you see that. You see some wheels locking up at the front or the rear depending on how they got their bias. But that really sets you up to fine-tune what sort of driver you are and how you want the truck set up. We did have a handbrake in this truck, but the way these trucks turn in, I actually pulled it out because I don't think I'll ever use it. I can really shift this car around with the braking, and I know a couple other drivers have said the same thing to me with the Rush truck. Because of how this car turns in, it really helps you out with the pedal. But some people like a handbrake if they want to swing off that real sharp corners, but the turning circle we got and how the car's balanced, you don't have to have one in there. It's up to you if you want one, and you plumb that in line inside the dash there. We'll run to the back. I'll give you a bit of a close-up, and you can have a look so we can see where the little 90 thing is there I was talking about, so it gives you plenty of clearance. That's your bias bar there. These are your tall resis here. And mounting it, you can mount it however you want. People have mounted it different ways. There's your floor-mounted gas pedal, and we've got twin cables there for like a little spare one there as well. Some people have the hanging gas pedal because of your fly-by-wire. So you got heaps of room, and you can have another little foot pedal in here to rest. I'm pretty comfy in my seat there, but yeah, some people put a little foot rest there, and it gives you plenty of room for the pedal to swing with your firewall. We've got there's your little bias bar there. So L front and rear. Just can't, when you're on the fly, it's like, which way do I turn it? I forget. But by having that there, you can quickly glance down. But once you've got the car set, you're pretty right. That just helps you out. And if your back pads are starting to wear out, if it's really abrasive and you're starting to go, you can wind it to the front, which sort of helps you out. The rears. So rears, we run a Willwood 6-piston, same bolt pattern as your Pro-Am, same size pad, gives you good surface on the rotors there, and you can see we run just the brake line across up into the T there, up into the centre, and then up your trailing arm and across the other side there. But the rears are pretty much exactly the same as the front. We have different brake caliper mounts in there, so you can see which ones fit, if it's 4-spot or 6-spot, but it's totally up to you. So hopefully this has helped you out with your decision on, if you want to use second handies or new or existing ones, what size you need, like your Dash 3 fittings right through. But yeah, I'm only a phone call away to help out and put you on to other people as well that can give you advice on brakes. Thanks for watching, and we'll jump onto the steering next.